Okay, I thought I would go back through some of the older videos since there's a lot of new people here and help you sort of see what you might want to watch first, especially since we're going into the season of the rapture here in the next 2-day window, which I think we're already in according to my clock here. We've just gotten into it. And there are some things on the darkness that you probably want to look at just so you know what to expect, okay? So one of the ones is this one that I call it the darkness dream and interpretation, but it actually says what will happen during the rapture. And this is about the dream that I was given about 8 years ago, and I also got the interpretation for it. Now that's a good one to watch, so I'll let you look at that, and you can type it in the search bar or just go down and look. I think there might be like 80 or 90 different things here. And just bear with me while I scroll, okay? I'll try not to make you too dizzy. There is a, let's see. Right here, it starts, a Book of Joel End Time Bible Study. So you want to watch the first one, unless you're really crunched on time, and you might just want to go ahead and skip to chapter 2, because that's where the meat of it is, which is this one right here, okay? And this tells the details from Scripture of what will happen during this darkness. And some of you are probably confused because you don't know that there is darkness coming in around the time of the rapture. And that one would be a good one for you to look at to see what's going on. Okay, now the other ones that are important here are these two. So this one is the Pastor Carl Gallup's, he didn't really talk about the darkness, but this is more of like what the sky is going to do and probably what the Revelation 12 sign of the dragon is about, okay? If you don't know what that is, there was a sign about 8 years ago about the woman. The sign of the woman was in the constellation Virgo. And so you can look at some things on YouTube. There's lots of videos about that from way back when, if you want to know more about that one. But we're looking for part 2 of that one now with the sign of the dragon that should come at some point around the rapture. And since he sees it in his vision, that it happens and then he's raptured right after, to me that says that we are going to see something, okay? But he does also hear like lots of shrieks and screams and stuff, and he doesn't really know why some of the people are just like terrified, but he's not feeling anything bad, like he's just like getting ready to go up in the rapture and he's happy. But it could be because of this darkness. You know, sometimes we don't always see everything that happens, because we know in part and we prophesy in part, okay? And then if you come over here back to the twin show, the other prophetess lady, Miss McHunna, she also saw some things in the darkness, and I can corroborate what she saw because I saw it as well in my dream. That's how I knew she was a true prophet. So sometimes God will give us the same imagery to help us know, who's being legit about what they're saying. Sometimes there's hidden knowledge that other people do not have, from Scripture or whatever, but then it's like if you've seen it and then they see it too, then you can kind of figure that out. Now there was another lady here somewhere, let's see, here. She has some information about the darkness too, so hers is kind of short, so if you're short on time you might want to start with that one, but she also saw some of that too. And then, let's see, I think the most recent one. Now this one's sorry.
Lather, rinse, repeat. It never feels like enough. It's not your products.
Oh, okay. Listen, if I was fancy, I'd edit that out, but I'm not real fancy around here, so y'all just gonna have to either fast forward for it's only at 30 seconds. But anyway, hers was good, and then I was trying to get to this one right here. Now this one is about the mockers and scoffers coming twice. Now that kind of goes with the last video that I did. It'll be uploaded by the time this one's uploaded. It's about the delay in Scripture happening twice, or a pattern of like 10 days of a delay, which is what we would have been in from the 10:6, 10:7 into this new window of rapture opportunity, which is 10:16, 10:17. So that kind of gives some, dreams and visions kind of confirmations of what we've seen in the patterns and types and shadows of Scripture. And then we have this one too, which does kind of talk about the swirling sky of Van Gogh, and also kind of what the moon's going to be doing on the days of this new rapture window that we're in. So you might want to check out those first, and then I would Definitely hit the videos about what you need to learn about the rapture. The must watch ones, I would hit those first, and maybe even before any of these. And then there's one that's called the most important video you will watch, with a pretty cross picture on it. You might want to hit those before you dive into this, but the darkness is also going to be important for you to know what's coming in the darkness and that it is in Scripture, okay? All right, I'll keep you guys posted. Love you. Bye.